Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for being here today. I'm Andrew Duncan with Cloud Adoption Solutions, and welcome to another installment of Trailblazers We Love. Today, we have Amanda with Formstack. Amanda, thank you so much for being here.
Hi, yeah, thanks for having me.
For those of you who don't know, Amanda is awesome. She works in partnerships over at Formstack, and she does an amazing job and is like super connected in the ecosystem. So I think this will be a super great addition to the Trailblazers We Love webinar series. Amanda, could you just quickly give us a snapshot as to how you came into the Salesforce ecosystem? What kind of prompted you to join, and how did this all come to be?
Yeah, so I got really involved in the Salesforce ecosystem when I started working at Formstack, which is a Salesforce ISV partner. So we have a native form builder on the App Exchange and some other products as well. So I joined our partnerships team in 2020 and have been kind of leading the charge on forming relationships with other Salesforce partners, particularly systems integrators like Cloud Adoption Solutions. So that was what really got me started in the ecosystem.
Great. And as someone who's like really plugged in, I know that you're like a thought leader in Salesforce. Like we would consider you that way. Like, what is your favorite Salesforce resource? Like, what is a place that you went to while you were like learning and like joining this ecosystem?
Yeah, I'd say like what helped me kind of get involved with the community and learn the most is honestly like in-person events.
Okay. Yeah.
Like Trailhead and like all the online resources are awesome, but I'm definitely someone who really values like community and being like really hands-on and learning. So attending like the Dreamin' events in particular,
Yeah.
like they're kind of like some smaller scale like community-led conferences all around the country and even the world have been really awesome for me. Just
Yeah.
being able to like meet people, network, learn a lot just from like those person to person interactions, but also like
Right.
the content and the sessions and that sort of stuff. I think that's definitely been like my favorite experience and resource so far.
I think you're the first person to like say like in-person events, which is so cool. And I think is like so true to you. I know that you're like always busy and like everywhere, which is really cool. So like for an underrated product, like an underrated Salesforce product, I might know where you're headed with that, but can you give us like, what's like your best kept Salesforce secret? Like what's a great product to use? I can't imagine what it could be.
This is going to be really shocking, but I think that Formstack's native form builder for the App Exchange is probably the like best little hidden gem
Yeah.
that I know of. A lot of people, I feel like, toss around like native functionality and like
Mhm.
that sort of phrasing when they talk about integrations with Salesforce. But I can say that like Formstack's form builder is really the only truly native form
Mhm.
builder. And what I mean by that is like there's no field mapping or like third-party tool that needs to be integrated into Salesforce
Right.
manually. So rather than like building your form in this like third-party tool, you're building form field, mapping to Salesforce API field. Instead, you're basically starting with your data architecture in Salesforce. You're selecting your objects, so parent, child, grandchild, anything related via lookup. And then from there, you're dragging and dropping all of your record fields in. So it's super user friendly, and being fully native like that allows for some robust functionality when it comes to like not only just creating new records, so like one-way data sync, but bi-directional. So using existing Salesforce records and data to pre-fill forms and allow people to like edit existing records or create new related records. So it's a very robust tool, and I think that a lot of people don't realize that like Formstack has such a specialization in
Yeah.
Salesforce, particularly because we do have like an off-platform form builder, a whole business outside of Salesforce as well.
Yeah, we love Formstack. It's an absolutely incredible product to use, and yeah, I would agree. It is a good kept secret, and hopefully, it's not a secret for very long. I know it grows in popularity every year, and we see more and more clients using it, which is really exciting. And then as someone who goes to like all these events, you're super plugged in. Can you make a Salesforce prediction? I know that you're constantly like attending events and rallies and user group meetings. So like, what is a prediction for Salesforce's future that you can make?
Yeah. Two things that I'm really interested in seeing how they develop are like automotive cloud and net zero cloud.
Yeah.
Those are two like emerging industries for Formstack in particular. Like automotive cloud is really exciting for us because like if anyone's gone to a dealership and bought a car, like they know how painful and paper-based that process.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like there's a huge opportunity to kind of help bring those sorts of organizations into like this century and
Yeah.
processes.
Yeah, absolutely. Please, by the time I buy another car, please start using Formstack dealerships. We beg you. It would save like 8 hours. You're there for like, a full day pretty much. So that's an excellent prediction and would definitely help us out on our end. So can you give me like a recommendation, like let people know what you're kind of like into recently? We like to like kind of get to know more about you. So is there a book, a podcast? Like, is there something that like right now you're like, hey, this is really fun and more people should be into it?
Yeah. Okay, this isn't like a book or a podcast or like a learning thing, but I'm really into Pilates right now, which is I feel like it's emerging among like young people in particular as like kind of a bad workout. I always conflated it with like I guess like jazzercise. Like I don't know if you ever like remember seeing those like in the strip mall.
I do. Yeah.
Totally not.
It's not jazzercise at all.
And like I am like a super active person. And so it's really interesting to me because it's like really high intensity, but it's low impact. Like I do the with like the reformer. So like you're moving really slowly, but it's like the hardest thing I've ever done. And
absolutely. Yeah. Pilates really scares me. I actually know a couple Pilates instructors in Pittsburgh. And yeah, I know from listening to them talk about it that it's just very, very difficult. So yeah, props to you. And if anybody wants to try Pilates because of this video, like hopefully it inspires you. Amanda says go do it. So
please do. Yeah.
Gonna move on. Amanda, so what are you going to be like doing next? What is on the horizon for you and for Formstack?
Yeah. So Formstack is continuing to invest a lot of resources into our partner ecosystem and in particular Salesforce. So in terms of what's coming up, we'll be doing lots more like community events. First and foremost is going to be Snowforce in Salt Lake City, Utah. And that's going to be the first week of March. So we're sponsoring, we'll be there. There's going to be a ski day. It's going to be really awesome.
Awesome.
Some other cool events on the radar are going to be Life Sciences Dreamin' event.
Yeah, absolutely.
Healthcare and life sciences are a great vertical for us. So we're super excited to support in its debut. And all the other like regional Dreamin' events, like we'll be there. Always really enjoy getting to see everyone in person and hang out.
Yeah, it's great. And we're so excited to see you there as well. We will include a link to Amanda's LinkedIn below so that you can connect with her and, ask her any questions you do about Formstack. Formstack is a wonderful partner of ours. So like, please do reach out to her with any questions that you might have. I know she can point you in the right direction and answer any questions you have. Amanda, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate your time.
Yeah, thanks, Andrew. It was so fun.
Yeah, thank you so much. And to our viewers, thank you for watching. This is once again Trailblazers We Love. We will have more videos coming up, more installments in the future. And if you do have any Salesforce related questions, reach out to us at Cloud Adoption Solutions. But have a great day and we hope to see you next time.
Bye.